Hey, 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 y'all, song of the day. It's Jeffrey Steele. How you been? Been a while. Been on the road quite a bit. Was in Houston last night and had a great time with Mark McKay and John Rich, and just a great day and evening. Getting to sing some songs. It seems like everywhere I'm going lately, all around the country, people either have no clue who I am or they all want to hear this song. This is from a record I did a few years back called Outlaw was the name of the album. But it was a song that was recorded. I think Montgomery Gentry recorded this song. Yeah, they did. And geez, back in the day, and it's become like a story I've told over the years, kind of a classic old story that I always tell. My dad was a paratrooper in World War II, and my brother was a teenager in the '60s, wannabe rocker. So a little bit of friction in the house growing up, and I was the youngest of 5 kids, and I was like at that age just kind of observing all the dynamics of that, and taking mental notes, and as I was learning how to play and sing, and beginnings of being a songwriter without really knowing it. That was some of the earliest stuff that just kind of ingrained itself in my head. And I just remember, my story I always tell is that I just remember they fought about everything, it seemed like, and at one point there was a moment where my brother just went flying out of the front door and through the fence, the split rail fence, and that was it. He never came back. And so later in life, I was out on the road with my band and all that, and my dad got sick, and so, I called him up and said, Dad's pretty sick, doesn't look like he's got much longer, and so he came down, and he saw my dad right before he passed away. My dad had these really beautiful blue eyes, and he opened them up when my brother walked in the room. And up to that point, he'd been kind of just, comatose, basically, on an IV drip. And boy, that was pretty powerful, And my dad had bought an RV, and I think like he always wanted to go up to Northern California and just live up there. I think he just loved it up there. He loved taking trips up there, but I think he really wanted to go up and make amends with my brother at some point, and that was his plan. He got an RV and was getting ready to retire. I think that was his next couple of years down the road, but he got sick, and anyway, it never happened, and now all these years later, I'm out driving around in my souped up RV playing these shows, kind of taking the torch from my old man, and my brother passed away a couple of years ago, and they're back together again, so that's all that matters now, and it's all good now. So I wrote this song just from my perspective as a young kid. I tried to write it when I got the inspiration to write the song. I tried to write it from when I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, looking at that situation, as opposed to a grown-up, because I was already, grown up at that point, obviously, when I wrote the song. But I tried to stay in that, I'm still a kid looking at it, looking up like this, and going, wow, what's going on here, Anyway, I've gone on forever here. 20 years ago. pick a fight just to pick a fight. If he said black, I said white. If he took one side, I took the other side. The dinner table we sat around, it was more like a battleground where I lost more times than I won. I wouldn't learn till later on, while he was always preaching about the past. I just kept screaming, come on, Dad, that was 20 years ago. You don't know me at all, but trying to talk to you is like talking to the wall. Yeah, you gave me my life, but it's my life to live. And baby, I don't wanna live it like you did 20 years ago. He was built for blue collar, sweat and blood, a square jaw and a crew cut, a purple heart Viet vet. And he'd tell you every chance he'd get, always running down my rock and roll, my friends and my hair and my clothes, till one night it all got out of control. And right there we came to blows, and it was just enough to get me going. I couldn't wait to prove him wrong. 20 years ago, I struck out on my own. You couldn't tell me nothing I didn't already know. Hell, I was on my way, so what the hell did I care when my old man in his gray hair thought about the road I chose 20 years ago. Well, I left as fast as the leaves fell that autumn, and I never looked back, and I never once called him. But every time I talked to Mama, I wondered if he was there, or if he even cared. I figured the course of our love had run, and Mama'd say, no, no, you listen to me, son. He's a stubborn man and he won't give in. He believes what he believes, and you're just like him. And I could tell by her voice there was something wrong. She broke down, said he ain't got long. So I caught that next plane home, thought about all the years gone, and how my pride let so much time go by. Then I ran up those stairs and I stood by his bed and I cried. 20 years ago, thought I knew it all. Trying to talk to me was like talking to the wall. I thought I was a man, acting like I did, but all I want right now is just to be your kid. And just before my dad gave up the ghost, he took my hand and he said, son, man, let it go. That was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Yeah. Hey. That's the song of the day 20 years ago. Hope y'all are doing good in these crazy times. Keep looking up, y'all. Keep looking up. See you soon.